And welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to Seattle Mariners at Toronto Blue Jays, the 2025 American League Championship Series, Game 6. Seattle leads the series 3-2. Seattle wins tonight. They're going to the World Series to play the Dodgers. The Blue Jays win tonight. We play tomorrow night, Game 7. It's that simple. It's that simple. We either end tonight or we're going to a Game 7. It's either or. And yes, I'm proud of the Jays, but I want more. I want more. I want it all. Or at least an American League championship. But they're in the Sky Dome. Can they win tonight and take it to a Game 7? The last time there was a Game 6 in the Sky Dome was in 1993. Game 6 against the Royals was in Kansas City. We did not get to a Game 6 against the Cleveland, at the time, Indians. Of course, division series don't have Game 6s. Wild card series certainly don't. But the Blue Jays, the last time they played a Game 6 at the Sky Dome, they won it. So we'll find out. I'm nervous. Very nervous. Lineups are as follows. Broncos won. I can't believe it. I picked them to win, so I guess I believe it. With that being said, we'll get it going. With that being said, lineups are as follows. For the Seattle Mariners, their starting pitcher is Logan Gilbert. Got pulled after 3 during Game 2. Julio Rodriguez in center field leading off. Their catcher, Cal Raleigh, batting second. Jorge Polanco batting third, their DH. Josh Naylor batting fourth, their first baseman. Randy Arozarena batting fifth, left fielder. Third baseman, Eugenio Suarez batting sixth. Their hero during Game 5. The man who scored both goals, or scored both home runs to win Game 5. And I told you Morocco would lead. George Springer walking up, or we'll play for the Jays. Morocco leads the World Cup final, U20 World Cup final 2-0. I told you. Batting 7th, J.P. Crawford. Batting 8th, Canzone. Batting 9th, Leo Rivas. Leo Rivas. Thought of the football referee. Either way. Toronto Blue Jays. Starting pitcher, Trey Savage. Will he do better tonight? If they call strikes early, he might. Starting lineup for the Toronto Blue Jays. DH batting first, George Springer. Batting second, Nathan Lucas. Batting third, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Batting fourth, Alejandro Kirk. Batting fifth, Dalton Varsho. Batting sixth, Ernie Clement. Batting seventh, Addison Barger. Batting eighth, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. And batting ninth, Andres Jimenez. The man who's been the Jays' hero games 3 and 4. So, definitely interesting. With that being said, we move, we get ready to go, and it's Game 6. It's Game 6. I'm nervous. Very, very nervous. But we will begin very soon. Game 6. Jays have to win. It's that simple. The Jays have to win. I'm still uploading the Formula 1 stream, so if it looks a little bit grainy, that's the Formula 1 video is still uploading on Rumble. So be it, though. Just to be clear. That should clear up when it's done, whether it stops uploading or finishes uploading, whatever, either or. All right. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. 3 minutes to first pitch. Oh, it's Jose Bautista's birthday, too. Oh. They got to win for Jose. Oh. How'd the Giants lose that game? They turned the ball over. Ha! Rumor has it John Rouse is available for relief. Honestly, I'd rather have him than Brendan Little. I'd rather have John Rouse relieving for the Jays than Brendan Little. I rather would. Jesus. Yes, way for Jose. Yes, way for Jose. Man, I wish. I'm glad he doesn't have to, but it would have been awesome if they were like, we got a special announcement. No. How are the Colts good? Because they are. I don't know it either, but they just are. They just are. We need one to get the other. I'm happy about the Patriots win, yes. But it was the Titans. They better have won it. You're acting like that was going to be a hard win. Like it was the Titans. But I'm glad we won. Damn too tight early, though, I will say. Jose Bautista threw out the first pitch. I love it. Joey Bats to Davis Schneider. Love it. We'll get going. We will begin very soon. In minutes. 7:03 first pitch. Make sure we're up to live. We are. All right. At least as far as I know. Here we go. Jays win. We move. We have an extra game. We have one more night, no matter what. Well, we win tonight. We have an elimination game for both sides tomorrow night. We lose, we're done. It's that simple. Blue Jays, Tyrese Savage starting versus the Mariners. And Julio Rodriguez got a hold of him in game 2 to open the scoring. The good news is Julio Rodriguez leads off for the Mariners. Why are you here? Well, yeah, okay, your Dodgers are in the World Series. So you have to watch it. Oh, Lord. If Julio hits a home run instantly, I'm going to blame you. Tyrese Savage versus Julio Rodriguez. Starting lineup, Julio, Cal Raleigh, Jorge Polanco, Josh Naylor, Randy Arozarena, Eugenio Suarez, J.P. Crawford, Canzone, and Leo Rivas for the Mariners. And it's Savage versus Rodriguez. And Savage, high pop-up. Rodriguez takes it back to the track, and Varsho, 1 pitch, 1 out. Good beginning for Savage. Starts off well for Savage. He gets out the guy who took him deep the first inning of game 2. So that's a start, better start already. Lock in, Trey. Lock in, Trey. Trey Savage. Lock in. Cal Raleigh next. 1 out. 0-0. Blue Jays wearing white. Mariners wearing seafoam green. And that's a ball. Fastball bounces low. Understandably so. Understandably so. 1-0 on Cal Raleigh. You Savage versus Cal Raleigh. Strike. High strike from the ump, but they give it 1-1 for you Savage. Equal count. 9 home runs at the Sky Dome since 2022 for Cal Raleigh. And that's going to be hit on the ground. Foul ball. They call it foul. 1-2. We'll take it. Cook, you Savage. Cook. Well, I don't know if that was foul, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll take it. Trey, you Savage. Ball. High ball, 2-2. Try to get him to swing high. That did not pan out. That did not pan out. 2-2 on Raleigh. 1 out. You Savage looks a lot better than he did game 2. And he swings through a strike. The slider gets him. 2 out. First strikeout for you Savage. 6 pitches, and he looks much better tonight. Yeah, I think that ump did screw him in the end. Verstappen won, but Lando got second, Leclerc got third, and Oscar Piastri finished 5th. So things went well for Lando and Leclerc. Verstappen still won by 7 seconds. Polanco swings through it, 0-1. I thought it went well. I made a review for it. Watch it after the game's over while I'm putting up the RSR. Does it work for you? Since there's no halftime, Ball, 1-1. Since there's no halftime, how about you watch the F1 video after this game's over and I'm putting up the RSR? It's a 20-minute video. Strike. Polanco drives it. And that will be caught by Barger. 3 outs and the inning is over. The Blue Jays keep it tied. They will come up the bottom of the first. We're good. We're good. And as you can tell, the stream looks better. We're good. The Formula One video is up on Rumble as we speak. Just got up there. Good. We never had to worry about redoing it. Copy the tags and throw them on there. Good. All right. Formula One video's up on Rumble. Good. It still was uploading, so that the way it looked, the way the video looked for a while, this stream, was because that was uploading. Okay, good. It's up and good. All right. See if the tags landed. Good. We're good. All right. So once this is over, you can watch that on either side. On either side, you could watch it. So that's good. Commanders 3 and 4. And the sad part, I don't know. Either way, Jays will come up to hit. Let's go. What a start from you Savage, though. What a start so far from you Savage. Amazing first for you Savage. You Savage splitter looking good. Much better in game 2 for you Savage. Much better. Much better. Polanco gave that one a drive, though. I won't even lie. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Starting lineup for the Jays. George Springer, Nathan Lucas, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Alejandro Kirk, Varsho, Ernie Clement, Addison Barger, Isaiah Connor Falefa, and Andres Jimenez. Logan Gilbert, the Jays hit him around in game 2. They pulled him after 3 innings. Can the Jays do it again? Was that because he was on short rest after pitching the 15-inning game? Or are the Jays really good against him? We're going to find out. We're going to find out very soon. George Springer up at bat after getting hit in the knee by Brian Wu. And he looks just fine. No pout, no grimace. He looks just fine. They probably pumped him full of cortisone, but it's fine. Ball. High ball, 1-0. First pitch from Gilbert's a ball. 1-0. Blue Jays have to win to have a Game 7 tomorrow to have a chance to go to the World Series. They have to win both to go to the World Series. So it's do or die at this point. Pitch and hit. No, he strikes through it. He swings through the slider, 1-1. My bad. He had a swing, heavy swing, but he swung through it. George Springer. Boom. He looks like he has his power, though. 1-1. Springer pops it high, foul. 1-2. I don't think so, because he still played on those Astros. He still played on those 2017 Astros. Whether he cheated or not with them, he still played on those Astros. I don't think they care. Springer pops it back, foul. Like, for some reason, Mariners fans think the Astros stole something from them in 2017. Like, I understand Red Sox and Yankees fans, or I understand Yankees fans and Dodgers fans being mad about 2017 Astros, but the Mariners. Springer hits it. Is it going to go? Foul. Foul ball. Man, he's got power on his bat. 1-2. He put it foul. Are the Astros the most hated team since the Chicago Black Sox? Probably. Probably worse because Chicago or Houston never got punished. That's a ball. 2-2. That's a ball. 2-2. Probably because the Astros never got punished. That's probably why it's so harsh. The Black Sox got banned from baseball. 9 men or 8 men out. They got banned from baseball. So why would they be? I mean, of course, they're hated, but not to that extent. And that's a ball. 3-2, full count. Springer working the count against Gilbert. Next up, Nathan Lucas. George Springer, 6 consecutive games with an extra base hit. The only way he's probably going to do that is hit a home run. Let's be real. And Springer pops it back. Is it going to stay foul? It will. Bounces at the wall. Still 3-2. Boom. He's getting power on it. Oh, he landed on that knee. Oh, shit. That's not good. Ice it down once you get to the dugout. Keep going, George. George Springer hits it. Eugenio Suarez catches the broken bat flare. 1 out. George breaks his bat on it, and it's called by Suarez. 1 out. Yeah, it hit down the middle of the bat. Definitely hit on the handle. 1 out. Did work the bat pretty well, though, I'd say. Gilbert versus Lucas. 9 pitches for Gilbert, 1 out. And that's a ball. Top of the zone, but called a ball. 1-0. 1-0. Nathan Lucas. 333 during the ALCS. 333 during the whole postseason. Strike. Takes the strike in. 1-1. They're going to put the ice pack back on George's knee. Luckily for him, he's just the DH. Lucas. Ball. Just catches the edge of the zone, but it's a ball, 2-1. 2-1. Lucas. Hits it. Flares it to the outfield, and he will get a hit. Nathan Lucas with a base hit for the Blue Jays. 1 out, 1 on. 1 out, 1 on. One on, 1 out. Vladdy Jr. up at bat. Would be nice if he did. 389 this series, 457 in the postseason for Vladdy Jr. He's been amazing this postseason. Amazing. Vladdy Jr. fouls it back 0-1. He's been amazing. Vladdy has been amazing. He has taken the lead in Blue Jay postseason home runs from Jose Bautista. He has done that. 6 for 17, 2 home runs against Gilbert, including the postseason. Be nice if we can make that 3 homers, or at least get a hit. But either way. Ball, 1-1. So far, they are running up Gilbert's pitch count. They are running up his pitch count. You got to love it. You got to love it. One. Vladdy hits it low, and that's a bouncer to second, force out, and that is a safe. Guerrero gets to first on the slow bouncer, but Lucas is out. The lead runner has been forced out. And Vladdy didn't get much on it, but he gets on base. Lucas is out. But what exactly do they want to challenge? I guess not, but Alejandro Kirk. 222 this series, 222 in the postseason. He hit a home run in Seattle. Can he hit one or get something here tonight? Alejandro Kirk. Foul ball, 0-1. The bats look good, decent. They look decent. Gilbert doesn't look amazing. The bats look decent. 2 outs, 1 on first. Vladdy Jr. gets to first on the ground out. The bouncer was slow enough to where he gets to first. Kirk did the same thing. He'd probably still be out. Alejandro Kirk! High, and foul! Foul ball. Off the wall, but foul. Just slices foul at the last second. Just slices foul at the last second. It hit the wall, but it sliced foul. They're seeing Gilbert well, I think. We need some more good innings from you, Savage, though, but they're seeing Gilbert well. Alejandro Kirk, back at bat, 0-2. Just foul. Rayburn, the home plate umpire, out of 10 first. Eddings second. May, Marquez, and Hudson. Quinn Wolcott, the reserve. The crew chief, Marquez, and left. I just hope. I think everybody's got turn behind the plate. I prefer Alejandro Kirk. I didn't say he was better. I said I preferred him. That's a strikeout. Gilbert strikes out Kirk, and that's the end of the first. Oscar Santis got hurt today for Antigua. Oh, Lord, that's not good. That's not good for Guatemala. That is bad. That is very, very bad for Guatemala. Very bad. They may be in trouble. They might be in trouble. One inning down. Blue Jays look like the better team so far, but we'll see how this goes. Savage comes back out for the top of the second. They're seeing the ball well. Next time those guys go up, it's going to be dangerous. Gilbert don't look that good tonight. I'm going to be real. They're getting close on a bunch of these swings already. That's funny. This is hilarious. Oh, we're going to get to Gilbert's melting Chad Kroger wax figure ass tonight. He does kind of look like Chad Kroger. He does. He kind of does. Except uglier. Or like a bad wax figure. That was the joke, yeah. Like a bad wax figure Cristiano Ronaldo statue version of Chad Kroger. And Tyrese Savage played at every level for the Jays this season. April to May, Dunedin, May to June, Vancouver, New Hampshire, then Buffalo, then Toronto. Naylor swings through the split, 0-1. Savage looking good tonight. Yeah, he got screwed during game 2 with that non-strike call for sure. Yeah, I'm starting to believe that he got screwed. Let's go Blue Jays. So good. Such a good start so far for your Savage, but it's only 1 and plus innings. 0-2. Naylor fouls it off. Let's go Blue Jays. Yeah, I start believing. I believed it in the moment, but I certainly believe it now. Tyrese Savage got screwed by that ump. If he called that strike call on a Rosarena, we'd probably be better off. And Naylor strikes out on the split. 3 strikes straight. 2 strikeouts for you, Savage. 1 out. If he's rolling, you do not pull him. I swear to God, John. Worst case scenario, it's his last start of the season. You got to let him roll. If he's rolling through like 6, you let him go. I swear to God. If he's rolling through 6, you let him go. I swear to God. Let's just assume that it'll be his last. Hopefully not, but let's just assume it's going to be his last start of the season. If not, his second to last. A Rosarena versus Isiah Savage. Strike. 0-1. Let's just assume. Very likely, well, not very likely, but there's a high likelihood that this is his last start of the season. If he's rolling through 5 or 6, you don't take him out. When he hits like 70, 75, 80 pitches, you don't take him out there if he's rolling. If he's losing his velo, fair enough. But if he's rolling, no, don't take him out. 1-1. I swear to God. Strike. He swung through. 1-2. That was a full swing. 1-2 for a Rosarena. Man, it feels good to get through Jays lost before it started. No. Strike! A Rosarena foul. Oh, shit. Foul ball for a Rosarena. He squared it up, but he put it foul. Lord. How would they have lost before it started? George is playing. Your Savage is doing well. What do you mean? Lost before it started. And your Savage strikes out a Rosarena. 3 strikeouts, 2 outs in the second. Man, I want to buy a Trey Savage jersey. Even if we don't win the World Series, I am buying a Trey Savage jersey. Like, no joke. If we don't win the World Series, if we make the World Series and don't win it, I'll buy a City Connect Savage jersey in March instead of the gold jersey. If we don't make it, I'll buy a white jersey with your Savage on it anyway instead of Vladdy. Just a regular white jersey because that's the one I don't have. Well, I don't have a City Connect either. But, 1-0 on Suarez. Really? You're afraid of him? You're afraid of Suarez. Hi, Papa. 1-1. Just because he had 2 home runs in one night doesn't mean you should be afraid of him. I don't think so. He used up all his luck game 5, if I'm being real. Bo Nix is already a good quarterback. What do you mean future? He's already good. Broncos got a good one. Strike 2. 1-2. They already got a good one. 20 pitches for your Savage. Can he end the inning with 21? Ball! 2-2. Yeah, I'm. No matter what happens, I'm buying a Savage jersey. I will buy a Savage jersey. It just depends on what. Strike! Oh, foul ball. Foul ball. He did get a hit on it, but it's a foul ball. He might be good, but he'll get better. But can he get better? I say yes. I say yes. 22 pitches for your Savage. Strikeout! He got him! End of the middle of the second. 3 outs. 6 down, 6 to go. 1, 2, 3 strikes. Maximum damage. Man, this your Savage kid. Holy Lord. Holy Lord. He reminds me of freaking Roy Halladay. Trey Savage reminds me of Roy Halladay. In the best way possible. My God. This kid is amazing. Trey Savage is amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. Jesus, man. He's so good. 6 up, 6 down. 6 up, 6 down. I love it. 4 strikeouts? Trey's dealing today. Caught looking revenge. Trey is dealing right now. I do really like his form on the mound. He reminds me of Roy Halladay. He reminds me of Roy Halladay regen. That's why I probably love you, Savage, so much. His story's amazing, but I look at him and I see Roy Halladay with a weirder arm slot, but I see Roy Halladay. And I mean, I became a Jays fan because of Roy. Hell, Toronto sports fan in general. So, of course, that's the highest compliment I could pay somebody. If I say, you look like Roy Halladay. In my opinion, that's the highest compliment. It's the highest compliment. How we doing, Isaiah? Well, do you have an Ohtani jersey? If you don't have an Ohtani jersey, get an Ohtani jersey. If you do, I'd lean towards Blake Snell. I love what Blake Snell represents. I do. Even though he's a Dodger, even though he was a Ray, I've always been a fan of Blake Snell, even though he's on teams that I hate the Rays. The Dodgers, I hate what they're doing to baseball. Basically breaking the game, basically Warrior style. But I love Blake Snell. I think he's amazing. Like, he's one of my favorite players that are not Jays or Cardinals or Braves. Like, he's just a guy that I'm a fan of. I love watching him pitch. I love the mentality he has. I love the chip on his shoulder. If I had to get a Dodgers jersey and it wasn't Ohtani, it'd be Blake Snell. Or Freddie Freeman or Teoscar. But out of those three options, if it wasn't Ohtani, it would be Blake Snell because I'm just a fan of him. Even though he's played on teams that I hate, I love Blake Snell. Like, he's just a dog. The dude is a dog. Dalton Varsho. Varsho takes a strike, 0-1. I didn't see, so I have no idea. How are we doing, Isaiah? Broncos won. Get Ohtani jersey when Nike switches all the home jerseys back to the previous template. They reverted all road jerseys back to the old template. And Varsho gets a hit. Varsho puts it to center field. Rodriguez fumbled it. Varsho to second. A double for Dalton Varsho. And that must be the Blue Jays' wives and girlfriends. I bet. And Dalton Varsho. I mean, they were all in a box together. I would think so. And also matching. So Rodriguez fumbles the ball. Varsho with a double. Ohtani wants to come to Colorado. What? Like, dude, he'd be like Todd Helton. He'd be wasting his career. I love Todd Helton, but the dude wasted his career with the Rockies. Clement takes a strike, 0-1. You think Ohtani wants to pull a Todd Helton and Larry Walker? Like, I love Larry Walker and Todd Helton, but they wasted their careers in Colorado. At least Larry Walker had a chance at a ring with the Cardinals for like 2 years. Ernie Clement hits it on the ground. Suarez drops it. Suarez dropped it. And Clement is safe. Oh, my God. The Mariners are turned into the Yankees. The Mariners are turned into the Yankees. Oh, my God. 2 errors in 1 inning. Well, Varsho's hit the ground, so that was still a hit. It was an error after the fact, but Suarez is definitely an error. The hero becomes the GOAT. Bobbles, boots the ball. Let's see if Clement made it to first. Clement still made it to first before Naylor caught it. Yes, he did. Safe. I saw Darby Allin made Mox quit. Yeah. 2 on, no out. 1 error, 1 hit. That's an error by Suarez. I still think Varsho's a hit. It wasn't an error until Rodriguez made a play on it, but it hit the ground first, which is why he made the error. I say that was 1 hit, 1 error, not 2 errors, but okay. Barger takes a strike, 0-1. Yes, he did. And Ohtani wasted, by the way, let's not forget, Ohtani wasted half his career with the Angels. But then he went straight to the Dodgers and won a World Series and might win a second. Barger swings through it, 0-2. And arguably, you could make an argument that if Ohtani goes to the Jays, I'm not saying he wins the World Series last year, but he definitely would be here with them right now, or be close to it with them right now. So either way, had he chose the Jays, he'd be closer to a ring than he ever was with the Angels. I don't think we finished dead last in the AL East with Ohtani last year. And that's a ball, 1-2. I didn't say we'd make the playoffs, but we ain't finishing dead last. But that's kind of like part of the story. You do realize we were the second most likely team to get him. Morocco were about to win the Under-20 World Cup. What'd I tell you? 1-2. What'd I tell you? Barger hits it. Foul. What'd I tell you was going to happen? Did I say Morocco? I said Morocco was going to win. I told y'all ass. I told you. Didn't I tell y'all? Morocco was very well set up to beat Argentina. You weren't watching the Formula One stream, but go back to it. I said it. Point blank period. I think I said it during a J stream too. 1-2 for Barger. Ball, 2-2. I told y'all. I told y'all Morocco were well set up to win it. Told you. It's called Tuesday night game in Charlotte. How'd Morocco lose to Mexico just to win the entire thing? Sometimes things don't go your way. Ask Argentina when they lost to Saudi. Sometimes you lose one. Sometimes one doesn't go your way. As long as it's the group stage, it doesn't hurt you. You just don't lose in the knockout stage. But I didn't see the lineups. I don't know what a rotated lineup looks like for Morocco. Hit for Barger. That should be an RBI. That should be an RBI single for the Jays. Varsho comes home. Barger runners at the corners. And it's 1-0 Blue Jays. Addison Barger with an RBI single to open up the scoring of Game 6. Bottom 2. Zero to 1 Jays. No out. First and third. Runners at the corners. And it's Isiah Falefa, who was really good. Game 6 at the bat. Nothing else. But at the bat, he was good. He's 3 for 7. Swing. It's called a strike. 0-1. 0-1. 30 pitches for Gilbert. Blue Jays 7 through 9 hitters, 286 this series. Mariners 0.94. 2 RBI to 9, 0 home runs to 3, 1 runs to 10. IKF hits it foul. 0-1 or 0-2. 0-2 for IKF. 0-2 for IKF. Good start. Jays need to get more. You have runners at the corners with 0 outs. You got to get more. You got to get more. You got to get more. You can't not cash in. You got to go cash in. And that's a ball. And that should mean, nope, still runners at the corners, 2-2 or 1-2. Raleigh's having problems. Am I crazy to say the Mariners are turning into the Yankees tonight? Jesus, man. The Mariners are not focusing on the fundamentals. Dear God. Like, that's just, no. Well, that's something. 1-2, Connor Falefa takes a swing, hits it foul, stays alive, 1-2. Like, am I crazy? But the Mariners are turning into the Yankees. 1 error, 1 misplayed ball after a hit, in my opinion, and then that, luckily not a pass ball, but Cal Raleigh had trouble corralling it. IKF 1-2, hits it, short. Will they come home? And that's going to be a run. IKF. Runners at first and second. IKF with a ground ball. Infield RBI single. 2-0 Blue Jays. Clement scores. 0-2 Blue Jays. Still early. Save the thought. Fair enough. First and second, Jimenez on to hit. No out, first and second. Ernie Clement scored, Barger to second, and Gilbert's in trouble. And the Mariners have put him in trouble. And the Jays are making him pay. You can't act like the Yankees and not pay when it comes to the Blue Jays. Should have asked Aaron Judge what the hell happened to them. Regular season and postseason. And you're doing the same thing. Luckily for y'all, there's still a Game 7, but Jimenez, first and second, no out. Jimenez, bunts, foul, 0-1. So far, the more runs, the better. Then if we use Brendan Little, we don't have to worry about blowing the game. I don't want to see him again, but let's just say if, we were up like 10, I'm less worried. Ball pulls back. Damn, Naylor's fast. I gotta say, Josh Naylor is fast. Like, weirdly fast. Like, that's the one thing he has over Alejandro Kirk. Like, Josh Naylor is just weirdly fast. Jimenez swings, and that's a strike. 1-2. Like, he's just weirdly fast. Like, that guy is... I think he was trying to push him back with that swing. Like, he's weirdly... He's got some wheels. Like, Josh Naylor has some wheels. I don't know how to put it, but the man has wheels. Jimenez. And that's a strikeout. Gilbert strikes out Jimenez, 1 out. Back up to George Springer. George, savior of the Blue Jays. It's time, George. You know what time it is. You saw him good the first at bat. Let's see him good this at bat. Come on, George. Put it to the outfield or something. George, savior of the Blue Jays. 0-for-1 foul out. Fanatics, MLB shop. I've bought some brick and mortar at stores like Fan Image or Pro Image, I should say. Pro Image, Lids. I think I bought one at Lids, but normally on Fanatics. I normally buy my jerseys off Fanatics, whether it be MLS store, MLB shop, NFL. So I guess the team store through NFL shop or whatever Fanatics. Ball 2-0. So something like that. But there are some I bought brick and mortar, like the Dak Prescott jersey. I bought it Pro Image. I thought it was on sale, and that's why I bought it. But either way, I bought the Vince Carter jersey at a Lids in Indianapolis. Ball 3-0. But other than that, maybe I've got a couple off Real Sports as well. And if I wanted a Argos jersey, I'd have to get it off Real Sports as well. I think I've gotten a couple jerseys off Adidas.com and World Soccer Shop. I bought a couple of football jerseys from Soccer Master. That's a ball. Springer gets walked, bases loaded, 1 out. Nathan Lucas next. You gotta scratch one home here. You gotta scratch another one home here. Come on. Let's not do the same shit we did Friday night. No, we can't do it. The momentum is good. Let's get one home. Nathan. If it's still bases loaded or it's scoring position, Vladdy, it's time to get one home. Sack fly at the very least. Come on, sack fly at the very least. Lucas. Go get him. No ground ball. Foul ball. 2-0 Blue Jays. Three for 3 against Logan Gilbert during the postseason. He got a hit the first inning and then got forced out. That is true. Lucas fouls it off 0-2. Doesn't look like it tonight. I'm sorry. He looks like he's about to get hit around again. Hell, he didn't look like it game 2 either. Let's be real. 0-2. 0-2. Blue Jays lead. Bases loaded, 0-2, 1 out. And Lucas strikes out. That was about the first one. Third strikeout. And next up is Vladdy. Vladdy, you got to get one down. Or just hit a grand slam like you did against Max Fried. Max Fried? Vladdy, it's on you, man. You saw him well. The first at bat. Get him now. And they can't walk you. The bases are loaded. What's one other run? Vladdy Jr. has to hit. 0-for-1. Ball. Tells him not to run. I'm sure Febles gave a stop sign as well. One and 0. One and 0. Vladdy hits it on the ground to Suarez. Suarez throws to second. Inning is over. 2-0 Blue Jays. At least they gave you Savage a lead. And it wasn't as stupid as what Clement did. You could argue about it, but at least it wasn't as stupid as what Clement did. We got 2 runs as well. So, before the base is loaded. So, could have been better. Could have been better, but I think you live with it. I think you live with it. 2-0 Blue Jays. You Savage coming out back to pitch. I'm doing good. So, good. All right, we're going to the third. More runs. We need more runs. Ha! Looking like Thornberry out there. They're saying Logan Gilbert looks like the wild Thornberries out there. That's actually better than the Chad Kroger joke. That's cool. Sadly enough, is that the UNC blue? Because if it is, bad timing. Very bad timing. Thank you, Bill, you fraud. Yeah, they kind of let him off the hook. I won't lie. Okay, Blue Jays. This is the worst part of their lineup, you Savage. Don't screw it up. Ball, 0-1. You're playing against the worst part of their lineup, Trey. This is the worst part of their lineup. It's ass. You should freaking dominate these 3 guys. If any of them get on base, I'm not going to be happy. Walk or hit, 1-1. These guys are ass. Crawford, Rivas, Canzone, they're all ass. 1-1. Strike. 1-2. He swung. I don't know what they were checking. 1-2. 13 swings, 6 misses, 46.2% on that. Way better than game 2. Way better than game 2. Early on, too. Ball, 2-2. Crawford just hikes it away. I need a game 7 tomorrow. Me too, because that means the Blue Jays are at least 1 win away from the World Series. Mariners had a collapse. 2-0 Blue Jays. Blue Jays lead 2-0. You Savage got it to 2-2. Ball, 3-2 full count on Crawford. Not offering on the slider. Come on, you Savage. Canzone is next. 59.59 the ALCS. Ball, and he walks Crawford. JP Crawford on base. Shit. Okay. Good for you. Good for you. 2-0 Blue Jays top third. What are we doing, man? We let one of their ass base runners on base. Ganzone, 0.59 in the ALCS. Strike. Takes the 0-1 on the outside of the zone. I guess the Savage is trying to get him to swing on a high pitch. Crawford. Strike 2, Canzone. 0-2. Bad news. I think he's back for the World Series. If we make the World Series, he gets to the roster. I believe it. I think he's on the roster for the World Series. He's hitting well now, says John Schneider. I have a good feeling that he hits or plays. No. They're just playing shit teams. They're just playing really shit teams right now. But hey, get the win where you can get them. Where you can get them. 1-2. They got to beat a real team, like a solid team. Strikeout, Canzone. 1 out. 5 strikeouts for you, Savage. Like, if the Panthers beat Pittsburgh, somebody of that ilk, I'd be like, okay, they might have a chance. But if Tampa still plays like they're playing, I don't know. Tampa's on fire right now. Just saying. Trey Savage struck out 5 of 8 batters. Next up, Leo Rivas. Then Julio will come right back up as the possible tying run. Strike 1 on Rivas. Raptors beat the Nets. Okay. 0 for 7 for Rivas. 100 this postseason. .100 this postseason. 2-0 Blue Jays. I don't like the fact there's a runner on first when he plays Julio again. I don't like it. Strike 2 on Rivas. Like, if they, well, did they play the Giants? Did they? Beating the Jets ain't nothing. Giants, I could argue. Maybe you're a good team if you beat the Giants. If they were playing Jackson Dart. If they beat the Bills, they might be for real. Ball, 1-2. If they beat the Bills or the Packers, well, the Packers also lost to the Cleveland Browns. So, you know, I wouldn't go there just yet. But Bills, if they beat the Bills, they might be for real. Ball, 2-2. Like, you got to look at it like y'all did beat the Giants. I know I was talking about have they played them yet. It's been 7 weeks. Like, Jackson Dart Giants are a good team. Russell Wilson Giants, no. Like, what Jackson Dart's doing without Malik Neighbors is crazy. It's crazy. Jackson Dart might be him. Hate to admit it, but it's true. Popped up by Rivas. Foul. 2-2. Like, he might be him. Jackson Dart might be him. Jackson Dart might be him. I hate to admit it. I'd rather admit it now than when he was at Ole Miss. I don't hate the Giants that much. They've given me PTSD, but I still don't hate them as much as I do Ole Miss. 2-2. Ball. High ball, full count. Rivas, 3-2. Try to get him with a high split. Didn't pan out. Trey Savage. Popped up. Rivas. Rivas to the wall. And it's off the wall. Off the wall. Crawford to second. Rivas to first. Rivas got a hit. And there's 2 on, 1 out with Julio Rodriguez coming up to the plate. That's not good news. At least it didn't go out. This is why he should have got more runs when the bases were loaded. Oh. The Galaxy will be playing the Open Cup. Well, that's good for CONCACAF or Toronto. Can you read my last comment? 95, the Raptor went to the TFC game yesterday. Well, that's nice. Rodriguez versus Yesavage. Ball. 1-0. Starting to struggle a little bit. 1-0. Well. Don't you tell me. He gets him at first. Got him. Got him at first. Or no, they didn't. Are they going to check it? Kirk might have picked him off at first. He got his hand. He picked him off. He picked him off. He did get him. Gets to the hand before the bag. He got him. He got him. I think he got him. Tags the bag, tags the runner. I think he got him. 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 Just barely. It's close, though. I think he got him. Runner is safe. 1 out. Blue Jays lose their first challenge. So it's still 1 on or 2 on, 1 out. Tighten up, you savage. 2-0 on Rodriguez. 11 pickoffs since 2021 for Alejandro Kirk. Tied for most in the MLB. Rodriguez, then Raleigh. 2-0. Strike 1. Gets him on the slider. 2-1. They still have one more challenge. I think that was a worthwhile challenge. I think it was close. I think you got to check it. I think you have to. 2-1. Ball. 3-1. I think if Vladdy didn't hit the bag, he definitely would have had him, but I still think. Ball. And he walks Rodriguez. Bases loaded. 1 out. Cal Raleigh up next. Pete Walker going to talk to you, Savage. 1 out. Bases loaded. This is bad. Bad news. Bad news. Bad news. 1 out, bases loaded. Not ideal, but we could get out of this. Not ideal, but we could get out of it. It's not ideal, but we could get out of it. Wake up, you savage. Wake up, man. We could get out of it. We could get out of it. There are 2 leading runs on base. Cal Raleigh, 5 grand slams, 231 average with the bases loaded. Morocco are U20 champions. Called it. Told y'all. Told y'all what would happen. I'm proud of them. They deserve it. Raleigh to the ground, to second. Got him at first. Inning over. Double play. 2-0 Blue Jays. What a play, Trey Savage. Got him. Covers first and gets him. Oh, hell. Got him. I don't think he crossed home. Two on Blue Jays. Middle of the third. So the news that I just heard is that the LA Galaxy are going to play the U.S. Open Cup next year. So if the rules are the same for Lease Cup, and CONCACAF qualification, that means Toronto has a chance to play Lease Cup next year as the second best Canadian team in MLS. They're not going to screw us for the Galaxy. That was my main worry. They have to give the Vancouver spot, in theory. I can understand if it's the next best team outside the playoffs. I could understand that if they gave it to them. But I think since it's a Canadian team and they can't play because they won Can Champion in CONCACAF, Toronto FC as the second best Canadian team in MLS should be in Lease Cup. That's my opinion. I can understand it if it was given to the team who just barely missed the playoffs, the 19th best team in the league. I can understand that. But I still feel like a Canadian team should be replaced by a Canadian team. And we were the second best Canadian team in the league. We should take Vancouver's spot. But it won't be the Galaxy because they've Joe Tutino confirmed the Galaxy are going to the Open Cup. Galaxy 1 confirmed. Joe Tutino has very good sources, so I believe him. Yeah, I understand how that feels. Middle of the third, 2-0 Blue Jays. Savage gave up a hit, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 46 pitches. He ain't going to last much longer, I don't think, in this game. So that's what it feels like to rob the other team when they get the bases juiced and 1 out. Yeah, that's what it feels like. That was enjoyable. Ooh. Well, also the double play the bases loaded, we lost. Okay, Blue Jays, let's play ball. Well, we got to save it. Either way, it's fine. Morocco won the U20 World Cup. Good for them, and I absolutely told you. And Kirk takes a strike, 0-1. 0-1. Thoughts on Atlanta sacking Ronnie Dalla? Atlanta, like Ronnie Dalla, I think is a good manager, but Atlanta just did not work this year. I think Atlanta's in trouble, 0-2. I think they're in a similar position as Toronto. They need the right guy to save them, and they need the guy who knows what the hell they're supposed to do and pick the players that are right to pick. I actually think Toronto has a better foundation than Atlanta because Atlanta had some high-paid players that absolutely underperformed, either due to age or just injury or whatever. Yes, Ronnie shares some blame. That's a ball, 1-2. He shares some blame, but in my opinion, I don't think it's all him. I feel sorry for him, but Atlanta is an absolute shit show. Like, ever since Frank DeBoer got fired, they've been a shit show. They've had some positive moments, but it ain't been the same. And Kirk hits it on the ground. Suarez is going to get him, and Naylor gets him at first. What a play by Josh Naylor. What a play. Spins on. If it was anybody else, they probably would have got a base hit there, but it's Alejandro Kirk, so do with that what you will. It's Alejandro Kirk. You got to do with that what you will. Boom. What a spin. Like, Josh Naylor is so unbelievably athletic. Like, it's crazy. Like, I have so much, and since he's Canadian, I mean, I'll root for him in March, especially when the World Baseball Classic comes around, unless he hurts himself in spring training. But I have so much respect for him. Like, he is so weirdly just athletic. Like, Josh Naylor looks like a damn offensive guard in the NFL. And that man is so explosively athletic. It's crazy. I have so much respect for it. I mean, I'm a fan of Alejandro Kirk too, but he's not that athletic. I was surprised when he got that double. Varsho 0-2. Gilbert 0-2 on Varsho. Like, it's amazing how athletic Josh Naylor is. It's amazing. And Varsho smokes one. It's going to be caught, though. Caught. 2 out. Canzone catches it. It's 2 out. I thought Varsho hit that one out. I really did. 1. He did get him before they came home. Okay. Varsho did smoke that one, but it just wasn't far enough. But that was a good hit. Ernie Clement versus Gilbert. 0-for-1, Ernie Clement. Hits it high, back, at the wall, off the wall. And that will be a double for Clement. He's going for third. Ernie Clement goes for third and gets a triple. Ernie Clement with a triple. What a hit. What a hit. Yeah, I would agree with that. What a hit from Ernie Clement. Off the wall. That one carried. Off the wall. And Arozarena jumps and it's off the wall. And that will be a triple. He didn't even run after that. Just above the glove of Arozarena. But if the wall was a little bit lower, that would have been a home run. Either way. 2 out, 1 on third. Barger takes a strike. 0-1. Can Barger bring him home? That would be nice if you did. 0-1. Damn, that was crazy. Barger swings it. High, deep, and gone. 2-run homer, Addison Barger. 4-0 Blue Jays. Off the bat, you knew it was gone. Addison Barger, 3 RBI. Boom. Gone. 4-0 Blue Jays. 4-0 Blue Jays. Barger with a homer. Woohoo. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Isaiah Connor-Falefa takes a strike. 0-1. More runs, baby. More runs. We need more runs. We need 1 more run, at least. When we score 5, we do very well. We did not score 5 game 5, so we need 1 more run. IKF swings through the fastball 0-2. 1 more run. 1 more run. That's what we need. More than 1 would be nice, but you know how the record is. It's game 6, not 7. But looking more and more likely we're going to be live tomorrow night for another Blue Jays game, and that's a ball 1-2. Honestly, I didn't want to end it like this. I did not want it to end game 6. Game 7 is game 7. All or nothing. Winner goes on. I'm fine with that. IKF. And that's going to be ground out, and that's the end of the third. 1/3 through the game. The Blue Jays have a 4-0 lead. Savage coming back out for the 4th. Can he have a better 4th? Like, I just wanted, you know what I really wanted? I agree, honestly, after what happened decision day. Like, here's the thing. You know what I really wanted after Friday night? The Blue Jays to do the best they've ever done in my lifetime. That would be 6 playoff wins. That's the best they've ever done. If they win tonight and they go to a game 7, that's the best the Jays have ever done in my lifetime. And I don't have to add the caveat of as a fan, because the first time they made the playoffs in my lifetime was 2015. Unlike the Leafs, they made an Eastern Conference final when I was like 2 years old. I was not a fan yet. They made the playoffs in 03, 04 before the lockout. I became a fan in 04. They only won 6 games. So that's why there's the caveat for the Leafs. But for the Jays, in my life, the first time they went to the playoffs was 2015. They won 5 playoff games. 2016, they won 5 playoff games, but it was a wild card game and 1 CS instead of 2 CS and 3 DS. And then they've never won a playoff game since 2016 until this year. If they win tonight, that is the best they've ever done. That is the best the Blue Jays have ever done in my lifetime. If they go to a game 7 of the ALCS, it's the best they've ever done. I want that at least. I want the best they've ever done. If they could go further, great. If the Jays could go farther than 6 playoff wins, that'll be great. But after game 5, I just wanted 6 playoff. I'm not saying that as a wish. I'm saying that as I wanted game 6 first. I didn't want them to tie 2015. This team is arguably better than the 2015 Jays team. If they tied the 2015 team, that would have sucked. Let's be real. You know, this Jays team is better than 2015's, and it's certainly better than 2016's. I needed them to do better in 2015. And right now, it looks like they will. Even if they lose game 7, it looks like they will, unless they blow this. But 1/3 through the game, they look like they're going to do better in 2015 at least. They already did better in 16 because they won 2 CS games. Because technically a wild card game and 1 championship series game, even though you've won 5 playoff games, is different than 3 DS games and 2 championship series games, in my opinion. There's a little bit of a tiebreaker there. But to be real, this Jays team needs to make the World Series. It's been time. I really want a World. Tomorrow we could talk about it. I really want a Jays jersey with a World Series patch on it. I really do. But as long as they get the 6 win and be better in 2015, that's good. We'll deal with tomorrow when we get to tomorrow, if we get to tomorrow, which it looks like we will get to tomorrow. Polanco takes a strike 0-1. But here's the bad thing about that, Isiah. I said it during the Formula One stream. You weren't here. The Jays match up very well comparatively to the Mariners, or comparatively than the Mariners to the Dodgers. I don't think they will. Well, I guess what? Losing game 7 would be, but like Polanco fouls it off 1-2. I'm just saying, with the rest y'all have, and the fact that we hit aces so heavily, and we play our best batting-wise against aces, and honestly, I think our pitchers are better than Seattle's, and y'all ain't going to handle your Savage well, and we also have a week off, so you can still start game 2 if we go. I'm just saying, that's a ball, 2-2. I'm just saying, if there's a team to punk the Dodgers after they swept the Brewers, it's us. It's not the Mariners. The Dodgers will curb stomp the Mariners. I totally believe that 100%. Like, there is no question in my mind. The Mariners will get curb stomped by the Dodgers. The Jays will not. I think we at least win 2 games, if not more. I think we at least get to a game 6 against the Dodgers. But we could easily punk them. We could easily punk the Dodgers with the rest, with the way we play against aces. And you have 4 aces. And Polanco swings it. That'll be caught by Barger. Yes, 1 out. I'm just saying, don't be surprised if the Jays make it closer than you think. Or win. But I have a feeling that the Jays would be a better matchup in the World Series than the Mariners against the Dodgers. And I think we could win. I don't think we're out of it at all. Like, 70-30. It's better than what the Mariners have. I'd say it's 60-40. Yeah, you're still the favorite, but I'd say there's a 60-40 chance. And your bullpen is more ass than ours as long as we don't use Brendan Little. Josh Naylor gets a hit, that'll be a single. Here's the thing. Well, there's no Game 7. Well, the Game 7 will be in Toronto. But if you're saying Seattle wins it, they're getting curb stomped. They're getting curb stomped by the Dodgers. I believe it 100%. 5 games at best. But here's the thing. If the Jays get to your bullpen early and have to make you play guys that aren't Blake Treinen or Roki Sasaki, which the way they hit pitchers, you see what happened to the Yankees. You're a Yankees fan too. I like our chances. Like Blake Treinen, he looks okay right now. I still think we could hit him. Roki Sasaki, technically he's an ace. I think we could hit him too. But if it's anybody else, Vesia, we'll knock that dude out of the park. That should be out at first. And Clement boots it. And a Rosarena gets an infield hit. 1 out, 2 on. Oh, Lord. Clement shouldn't have booted that one. Ugh. But, I like the Jays bullpen, at least our higher leverage arms, more than I do yours. You have 2 arms that are useful at best. And we can still get to them. It's not like the Mariners where their bullpen's OP. The Mariners' bullpen's OP, and we still got to a couple of them, frankly. So, the more I talk about it, the more I believe, we can win. 0-1. What about Yamamoto? He's an ace. But again, my point is this. When the Jays play ace pitchers, they hit them around. Like, you have not watched the Jays like I've watched the Jays. Isiah should have a faint idea. He's a Yankees fan, too. So he saw what happened to Fried and Rodon and Heel. He saw what happened to him. We could do the same thing to Ohtani, Snell, Yamamoto, and Sasaki, and Glass now. We can, and we will. I didn't say it's going to probably be a shootout, but you know what? I like our chances. And he does not swing 2-1. I'm not saying we're the favorites. I still think the Dodgers are. It's going to be an upset, even though we have home field. But I like our chances against the Dodgers, honestly, comparatively more than I did the Mariners. The Mariners were the hardest matchup for us out of the 3. And that's a strike. Strike 2 on Suarez. Yeah, but we still hit him around. But if we go to the World Series, I'm preempting everything. Every day that's a World Series game, I'm going to be live for it. And that's hit foul by Suarez, as long as the series goes. So instead of MLS playoffs, the Friday and Saturday and next weekend would be the World Series. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week would be the World Series. Friday and Saturday of the weekend after, if it goes that far. If it goes that far, be the World Series. And that's a ball. Pass ball. And Suarez gets walked. Another bases loaded for the Mariners. I agree with that. Bases loaded. Best case. Good thing about the homer is now all they can do is tie it. But guess who he's facing? The shit end of the Mariners lineup. Swear the Jays got advantage because they put up runs. They do. Wild pitch for you, Savage. Suarez. Okay, they called a wild pitch instead of a walk. 3-2. Ball. And he walks him. Bases loaded. Now it's bases loaded. I could have sworn that was the 4th ball. It's not going to be like that. I can't rant like that again anyway. That was too far. Crawford. J.P. Crawford against you, Savage. 17 home runs in 10 games, 27 to 44 runs were via the home run, 4-0 and out homering the opponent. ALCS 11 home run in 5 games, 20 to 25 runs were via the home run, 6+ home run differential and wins. Strike. Yo, Ryan, you called it. Morocco won, I told you. J.P. Crawford has 6 grand slams, 373 average. What about those relief pitchers? I mean, as long as we don't play Brendan Little, I like our chances with everybody. Except maybe Fluharty. That's a strike. 0-2. Well, no. I mean, Varland. Fluharty's good. I mean, Isaiah should know about Fluharty. He's the one who struck out Ohtani in the bottom of the 9th. Back in what, August? Fluharty's a dog. He should know. If he was watching that game, he should know about Fluharty. Varland, I'm a little bit iffy about. Little, I don't want to see his ass again. Strike, hit to second base, another double play. Got him. Bottom of the 4th, and Savage gets out of it with no runs again. Yeah, we're winning this game. We're winning this game. We're winning. Middle of the 4th. We're winning. I'm sorry, we're winning. How are we not? How are we not? We just did the same shit the Mariners did to us on Friday. Twice. And St. Louis City 2 beats Ventura County 3-0, if you want to know. Morocco winning AFCON and World Cup 26. They're winning the AFCON. I'll agree there. World Cup, they can, but it'll be tough. It'll be tough. But yeah, if the Blue Jays make the World Series, again, it's more of a passion thing, but this is a one-time thing. Like, I have to preempt a lot of stuff for the World Series. Like, I have to cover the World Series game by game. There will still be some MLS playoff coverage during those weekends, especially Sunday of next weekend, and we'll still do the wild cards. But when the World Series games are being played, I'm covering them. If the Jays make it. If they don't, I won't. But if they make it, I will, because I have to. This is my team. This is something I've never seen before. If it does happen, I'm not that old. I may be but I'm not that old. Like, I've watched 92 and 93 on YouTube every winter since like 2015 in full, but I've never been alive to see the Jays in the World Series. I've seen them get to Game 6 of the ALCS before. This ain't the first time, but it was 10 years ago. But this is uncharted territory. If they win tonight, it's uncharted territory for me. Hell, winning a third game in the ALCS is uncharted territory, but you have to win a third to go to Game 7, so you know what I mean. But we'll be live tomorrow night for Game 7 if there is a Game 7, which so far it looks like it. It looks like the luck's on our side, and I'm wearing the same jersey. I've seen a Raptors championship. I've seen a TFC championship, a Supporters Shield, multiple Canadian championships. Not those really. Either way. CCL final. I've seen the Cardinals win a couple of World Series. I mean, we'll count them. I've seen Mississippi State win a national baseball title. I've seen the Patriots win 6 Super Bowls. I've seen the Saints win a Super Bowl. I did root for the Steelers when they were playing Super Bowl 40 and 43, so we'll count it. I mean, my dad also grew up a Steelers fan, so there's a reason why I root for him there. But it's not the same reason I root for him now, or the main same reason I root for him now. But I guess there's also a nice little wrinkle in there that my dad grew up a Steelers fan as well. But that doesn't matter as much now. Gilbert pitching against Jimenez, bottom 4, strike, 0-1. But like when they won, and I was 2 weeks old when Canada won the Gold Cup, so there you go. I've seen a lot of hockey championships for Canada. The Golden Goal by Sidney Crosby. Chief among them, 4 Nations. World Juniors. Oh, that's awesome. I love that. 1-1. But I will say this. Like, when I rooted for the Steelers in Super Bowl 40, 43, and 45, that's because my dad grew up a Steelers fan. He became a Patriots fan because of me. Strike. He also grew up a Saints fan because, Mississippi. So he got to see the Saints win a Super Bowl as well, which that was awesome. But they should have won more. But the reason I root for the Steelers now is not the reason. Mainly not the reason of the fact my dad grew up a Steelers fan. But there's a nice little wrinkle there. But y'all know. 1 and 2. Y'all know. strike or ball 2-2, you know. And that reason is definitely room for the Blue Jays right now. No, seriously, they are. And they were rooting for the Leafs back in May, even though they're a Penguins and Lightning fan, but they were rooting for the Leafs. So Jimenez hits it to Suarez. That's going to be an out. What'd BKL say? Qatar within the AFC. Oh, Japan's national soccer team wants to leave the AFC, East Asian Federation. I saw. I'm okay with it. I think it should happen. I'm good with it, frankly. I'm good with it. But it's going to be interesting if it happens. Do you think New Zealand joins it too? I mean, they have a better chance of making a World Cup. Well, not like OFC, but like if you take out all the Arab teams. Springer hits it high, and he's going to fly out to Julio. 2 out. Now, you could say, but either way. So do that what you will. Bottom 4, 2 out. Five innings to go after this. They got to get Gilbert out before they get to our bullpen. If I see Brendan Little, I'm going to lose my head. Nathan Lucas. Lucas fouls it off. What about Australia? Will they be in the East Asian Federation as well? My question was, depending on how many slots the East Asian Federation gets, if New Zealand were to join, it's not like they're playing all the Arab teams plus South Korea, Japan, and Australia. Ball. 1-1. Like, half the AFC is dominated by the Arab teams, and half the AFC is defeated by or dominated by the Japan, Australia, South Korea. So do you think they try to make the change is my question. Lucas pops it up. Toronto, I saw, actually hits well versus lefties and righties. I think that's where we get beat. Jays could pitch, but the difference is minuscule. Holy shit, am I actually making you believe the Jays might just beat you? I mean, I'm not saying I'm bullshitting, but I might be a little bit biased, but I've seen this Jays team play. Ball, 2-2. Like, I've seen this Jays team play for 6 months, and I've seen them stomp their way to almost get into a World Series. Like, this team is like the Royals back in 2015. They can hit more home runs, but they're very similar. Lucas hits it on the ground, and he'll ground out. End of the 4th, 4-0 Blue Jays. Savage will come back out for the 5th. Or at least believe the Jays have a better chance than you'd think. Not that you wouldn't know. You're also a Yankees fan. That's a good point. You should know what the Jays are capable of. The Yankees are a shit team, though. There's the difference. You'll pick the Jays if you got to. I'm not telling you to pick the Jays, but enjoy it. But the difference between the Dodgers and the Yankees is the Yankees are a fundamentally shit team. They're a fundamentally shit team. I'm not saying the Dodgers are. I'm not saying the Mariners are awesome, and I'm not saying the Dodgers are either. But the Yankees are a fundamentally shit team. Like, that was always going to be a Jays win. I told you exactly what the hell was going to happen in the ALDS. I told you exactly to the book what was going to happen there. This was always going to be, in my opinion, I wanted the Tigers because I knew that the Mariners were going to be our toughest opponent. Anybody out of the NL, even the Dodgers, I think we have a solid chance against. Honestly, I'd rather have the Dodgers than the Brewers. Like, if the ALCS went the way I wanted it to, if I want the Jays to win the World Series, it went the way I wanted to. More dominant than I would have expected, but we're a better version of the Brewers that can actually hit home runs and actually have stars and better pitching. We just don't bullpen everything. We actually have starters. So, I don't think the Dodgers are as hard of a matchup as the Mariners, as in the Mariners very well match up to our weaknesses. The Dodgers don't. We match up well to the Dodgers' strengths. We do match up okay to the Mariners' strengths, but they match up very well to our weaknesses. I think the Dodgers and Jays in some ways are very similar with their weaknesses, and I think we match up very well to the Dodgers' strengths. So it's not the Yankees, but we'll focus on that later. Mariners are still a heck of a team. Only problem I see with the Jays is reputation, just like with the Dodgers before 24. Can they finally stop choking and win it all? And also add the fact that the Dodgers are very rested. I remember what's happened to teams who are very rested. Let's look at the 2006 World Series. You could look at the 2006 World Series. The Cardinals won 7 games against the Mets. The Tigers swept. What did the Cardinals do to the Tigers? They beat the shit out of them. And that Cardinals team, on paper, was not as good. Or record-wise, on paper, yes, they were. Record-wise, no. But the Cardinals got hot at the right time in 2006. And also, well, the Tigers have done it a couple of times where they've played teams that they arguably are better than, but they've swept the ALCS and lost the World Series because of it. It's not the first time. 2006 wasn't the first time. It was the first time, but it wasn't the last in my lifetime, at least. Yeah, exactly. Scherzer, I'm kind of afraid what he does against the Dodgers, but that's fouled off by Canzone 1-2. I'm kind of afraid of what, not Bieber per se. I think the reason why Bieber was so bad in New York was because he had such a long layoff and he had the Tommy John and he didn't pitch in 10 days. I think the fact that he wasn't on schedule by a lot really hurt him against the Yankees. When he was back on schedule against the Mariners, he looked awesome, frankly. Awesome. Scherzer, Bieber doesn't scare me as much as Scherzer. I think when Bieber's on schedule, I think we're fine. And that's a ball, 3-2. Fastball catches the edge, but they don't call it. But I think why Game 3 was so bad for Bieber was he didn't pitch in 10 days. Like, from the division win to the ALDS Game 3, he didn't pitch in 10 days. And I don't think he can handle long rest like that. There are some pitchers where, well, hell, look at freaking Scherzer. And that's going to hit the outfield for Canzone. Single. Lucky hit. Top 5-0 out. Like, you got to look at it like this. Bieber, I think Bieber's a guy, especially with the Tommy John. I would worry about Sasaki just as well like you do with Scherzer. But at least Sasaki's the closer. He's not going to start a World Series game. I don't think so, at least. Unless Glasnow gets hurt on his turn through the rotation. Well, that'd be Game 4. There's only 3 games left. Strike to Rivas, 0-1. So, if, let's say, somebody gets hurt first 3 games, their turn through the rotation. Then Sasaki's probably going to start Game 5, 6, or 7. Or they try to do the Ohtani 6-day start, like 6-man rotation thing, and make him wait 6 days. Especially if it's like Game 5, 6, or 7. They feel like they're able to. 0-2. Like they're in a situation like Seattle, they have the upper hand, but they're in Toronto, and they say, hey, we're going to let Sasaki start, and then we'll let Ohtani start a Game 7 if we go to Game 7. Something like that. 0-2. Okay, that's possible, but I feel like there'd be more of a bullpen game in that case, but I guess Sasaki would start it. And then you would go see how much length you could get out of him. And a strikeout for Rivas. That is 1 out. 6 strikeouts for Savage. I think Savage is the new Roy Halladay. I do. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about Savage. I think he's an ace. I legitimately think he's the ace of our staff now. Like, Gausman's good. Don't get me wrong. Like, Gausman will have a good performance. He hasn't had a bad performance all playoffs. They're all 5 2/3, and he's lost a couple because of bullshit reasons. But Rodriguez takes a hit down. That'll be a double play. That's 1 and 2. Got him. End of the fifth. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. Savage gets through 5. 4-0 Blue Jays. No. Unless they fire Boone, which they still didn't do. The Blue Jays bitched them out completely. And I don't like using that word to describe sports, but the Jays legitimately bitched out the Yankees, regular season and postseason, and somehow Boone still has a job. The man who let the Yankees get bitched by the Jays still has a job. Maybe I've said this about the Yankees the whole month, and I can lord over them because guess what? We're in the ALCS, baby. I told you at first I wanted to win the division series because I do not want to have a winter where we win the division by tiebreaker and then we lose to the Yankees. We did that. I want 6 playoff wins, and then tomorrow I want Game 7. We look like we're getting the 6th playoff win. I want Game 7 tomorrow. But I'll tell you this. We just go from there. I'll tell you this. Boone needs to get fired. You want him to get their act together? Fire Boone. He got bitched by the Jays. I'm not saying this team sucks, but he did. Regular season and postseason, and Cashman's like, oh, the Jays just had our number. Yeah, they did, because your team has no fundamentals. The Yankees have no fundamentals. And if their players can't hit, you ain't shit. And the way the Jays play is a perfect way to beat the Yankees. We had your number because the way we play is the perfect way to beat you because you don't have fundamentals. You only really go for power, and your pitchers aren't as good as you think they are, and your bullpen's just as bad. And Boone doesn't know how to manage a game. He can't wrestle his way out of a paper bag. Daniel asked about it. That's why I brought him up. And you know what? I normally don't have these moments. I normally don't have moments where I could be like, oh, I could lord over the Yankees. Hell, even in 2015, what happened? We won the division by multiple games. We never got to play them in the playoffs. They lost to the Astros. Wild card game. This is different. We beat them to the division in 15. They were second place then. We never got to play them. There was a difference there. Like, I could lord over them, but this ain't the same. This is different. We beat the shit out of them. Regular season and postseason. You want to talk about a tiebreaker? We won the games that mattered. And we won enough games to lead over you and beat the shit out of them. So, and then ALDS was the same way. Arguably could have been a sweep if Shane Bieber was any more sharp. If he was sharper, we would have swept that series. Luckily for you, he didn't pitch in 10 days and couldn't handle it. Gilbert versus Vladdy. Vladdy takes a strike. Like, here's the thing about the Yankees. And the last piss on their grave was we beat them with a bullpen game. The one thing that I was like, I don't know if we can do. They beat them with a game that I didn't think we would. We beat them with a bullpen game. We ended them with a bullpen game. We barely scored 5 runs. Hold on. We barely scored 5 runs, but we did. Like, that's even more insulting. The one thing I thought the Jays couldn't do against the Yankees, Vladdy is driven 1 and it's gone. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. homer. 5-0 Blue Jays. 5-0 Blue Jays. 6 home runs for Vladdy. What a absolute sweet swing. And the Jays are up 5-0. Vladdy Jr. bottom 5 solo home run. This is going to a game 7. Don't we've scored 5 runs, but I ain't comfortable till we get the final out, knowing our bullpen. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. And they pulled Gilbert. 0 out, bottom 5, they pulled him. Game's not over yet. Yeah, with the Jays bullpen, it's not. Calm down. Like, I feel good, but calm down. Calm down. I don't think we blow it, but if we bring out Little, we might. We might blow it. So just calm down. Calm down for now. People celebrate too early, bad idea. Like, I'm happy, but I ain't celebrating yet. And besides, I'll celebrate for like 5 seconds, make the game 5 or game 7 stream, and I won't celebrate. I'll be happy, but I ain't celebrating. Like, not to that extent. I'm not going to go wild for a game 7. I'll be happy. I'll be like, let's go. Jays move on. They live to tomorrow. Winner take all game 7. Something like that. I ain't celebrating already is a bad idea. You could be happy about the game, but be like, okay, we got one. We got to get the other. Don't lose your head. Don't lose your head with game. Don't lose your head with game 6. How many defensive outs do we need? 3s. 5th inning. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. 15 defensive outs. Honestly, I hate the Yankees, but I'm shockingly disappointed in what the Yankees have become. I mean, it's good for the Jays, but I legitimately, like, honestly, if the Yankees weren't the Yankees and they weren't wearing pinstripes, if they were like the Cancun Xolos or whatever, expansion team, the Cancun Xolos, I wouldn't hate them. Like, right now, like, I only hate the Yankees because of the pinstripes, because of the logo and the fact they're in our division. But they suck. Like, they don't deserve to be hated. They don't deserve to be hated the way they are now. Like, they're hated for what they were, not what they are. They're hated for their history, not what they are. They're hated for the fact that we've been punked out by them so many times in history, in my lifetime and before. Kirk. Strike. Like, yeah, I don't think there's going to be – if the Dodgers win and do to the Jays what they did to the Brewers, there's a high likelihood there's going to be a lockout in 2027 for a whole season. We ain't playing baseball in 2027. I still believe there will be a lockout in 2027. I don't think they're going to get this CBA done without a lockout. But if the Brewers do to the Jays what they did to the Dodgers did to the Jays what they did to the Brewers, and it's not a competitive World Series, we ain't going to see baseball till 2028. Alejandro Kirk hits it to can zone. That's 1 out. 1 out. I'm going to tell you that right now. True, bro. Munetaka Murakami being posted. Yep, I saw that. I saw that. I could see him going to the Red Sox. But no, what I'm saying is if the Dodgers do to the Jays what they did to the Brewers, and even to the Reds to a certain extent, even the Phillies, they ain't going to be baseball in 2027. There isn't. And if the Dodgers keep dominating, there ain't going to be baseball in 2027. There will be a lockout. They're not going to iron out these issues without a lockout. But it depends between a lockout where we could play 60 games like the COVID year with fans instead, or a lockout where we get no baseball. Varsho swings it high, swings it 4. Rodriguez catches it, 2 out. Fair enough, but people were saying, well, if the Brewers lose to the Dodgers, that's going to be like, well, I guess we're going to have a big lockout in 2027. And then the way they did it, the way the Dodgers did it, just smacking their heads off the pavement, never letting them get a punch in. Yeah, I know. But if they do that to the Jays, that just adds up more evidence like, oh shit, these Dodgers are too good. We let them get healthy. We let them live too long. We let them get healthy. Screw you, Phillies. You let them get healthy, and look what happened. So, I mean, fair. Here's the thing, though. They're not. Like, they're not, though. Ernie Clement takes an 0-1. They're not, though, because they just finished third the NL. Like, coming into the season, we thought they'd win 130 games. Clement, with the roster they had, like, dude, I did not think, let me tell you what I thought in March. I did not think the Toronto Blue Jays would be 2 games away from playing in a World Series against the Dodgers. But some I also did not think is the Dodgers would win less than 100 games. I thought the Dodgers would win 130 with the roster they had. So, no, they're not Iron Man. They are beatable. Now, yes, they had a lot of starting pitching problems. They had a lot of injuries, but they still, even now, are beatable. As I've been saying. You think I'd care about a Game 7 if I thought we were going to get smacked off the pavement too? And that's out. End of the 5th. We go to the 6th. Oh, it's 12 outs defensively. We have 12 outs away to get to a Game 7. You think I'd care about going to the World Series if I think we get bounced off the pavement too? I don't think the Dodgers are Iron Man. I did back in March. But if a team that the Dodgers had, that team, if the Dodgers that they had, hell, I thought the Yankees would win 100 games too, but probably more like 110. But I thought we were, back in March, I thought we basically were headed for another Yankees-Dodgers World Series where the Yankees won 100 games and the Dodgers won 130. Legit. That's where I thought we were headed back in March. I thought the Jays would finish 4th at best. Like, do you remember the rant? Hell, Rory clipped it. Like, I ranted about the Jays not doing anything in the offseason besides Scherzer and Straw and all that. And I'm like, you ain't going to do shit. And here we are. I had no idea we'd be here, which makes it even more fun. Exactly. I honestly think you would have won either way last year, but I honestly think this Jays team against this Dodgers team is way more of a better series than last year's Dodgers versus Yankees. And frankly, if you got this Jays team to time travel back to last year and play instead, that still would have been a better series. It would have went more than 5 for sure. So, I mean, it's not like the Dodgers changed that much from the past 2 years, but I believe if the Jays make the World Series, it's going to be better than what Mariners-Dodgers could have been, or what it will be, or what it would have been. And it would have been better. It will be better than NY versus LA last year. It definitely will be. It definitely will be. I think the Jays have so many more positives against the Dodgers than the Yankees did last year. Because I think the way we hit ace pitchers, the fact we put the ball in play, and if we do hit home runs, we hit home runs. The runs we can put up, moving the line, the pitchers we have, the defense we have, the fundamentals, most of our bullpen, if they're on, they're on. Like, if our bullpen's on, most of them are better than what the Dodgers have. If Hoffman's on, we're good. If Sir Anthony's on, we're good. If Yariel's on, we're good. If Fluharty's on, he's on right now, though. Good. If Varland's on, good. Brennan Little sucks. Let's just be real. He was good for the first half, but he sucks since like July. So I don't want to see him play, but there's probably going to be a moment where he plays. Hopefully it's a blowout for the Dodgers, not for us. I'd still be afraid if we were up like 15 and we still let him pitch. I'm not surprised. Strike for Raleigh. 0-1 for Raleigh against you, Savage. It was at the beginning, but it doesn't look like it right now. But maybe it's, for me, it looks clear and fine. So maybe it's you. No disrespect, but still. Top 6, 0-1 for you, Savage versus Raleigh. Savage has gone 5 with 0 earned runs. 2 amazing double plays to set that up. Not as dominant as the Yankees start, but good enough. 0-2. Good enough. Oh, yeah. Vladdy Jr. All-time Blue Jays postseason home run leaders. Vladdy Jr. was 6. Bautista was 6. Joe Carter was 6. Oh, Vladdy had the most single-season postseason home runs. Comes in spurts. My Wi-Fi will be better at the new place. Don't worry. 1 and 2. Sounds like the Spectrum Wi-Fi will be better. So you just got to wait about 2 weeks. It'll be perfect. Mostly. So all time, Vladdy's tied with Bautista and Carter. Vladdy already had the record for most in a postseason. That is a foul ball, 1 and 2. But I think you're going to like the new place. But that's about 2 weeks from now. We'll have a couch instead of a chair. A blue couch. Because there was not a red couch, but a navy blue couch. Maybe it's more royal. I don't know. We'll find out. And I still do a lot of Leafs games, so it works. And that's a strikeout of Raleigh. 11 outs to go. 11 outs to go to get to a game 7. It is us. Okay, good. But I like where this is going. Good to hear that, Rory. Savage is doing just fine. What do you mean, ballsy? 1-0 on Polanco. 5th time in postseason history, a ground into double play to end 3 consecutive innings. Huh. Didn't happen. Game 5. Ball. 0-2 or 2-0. Looks like we're going to a game 6 or game 7 if things hold. 5-0 Blue Jays. I wouldn't say it's an ass kicking yet, but momentum's definitely on our side as of now. Polanco grounds it to first. That will be flipped to Savage. Got him. 2 out. 10 outs to go. 10 outs to go to a game 7. Savage. 83 pitches for Savage. Let him go through the 6. Let him go through the 6. No Brendan Little. It's going to start going to belt to ass territory. We need a couple more runs for that. Josh Naylor. But I like the momentum we're getting. Naylor hits it high and foul. Man, he's so athletic. Or it's gone. Josh Naylor hits a home run. Solo home run for Josh Naylor. An absolute bomb. 3rd home run for Josh Naylor. I thought that was foul. What's your last one? Homer for Seattle. Savage on fire tonight. Best ace by far for Toronto. I think you jinxed him. Yes, even though you're not in the same stadium. Josh Naylor legit just hit a bomb off Savage. Holy Lord. I can't even get mad at that. 1-5. I think he knocked down a camera. Yeah, no, I would pull him after 6. 1-1 against DeRozarena. I'd pull him after 6. Maybe you let him go against the shit part of the Mariners lineup, but I'd pull him after 6. Naylor hits a bomb. That was amazing. Jesus Christ. I think he had a camera. 1 on, 2 out, 1-5. Toronto still leads by 4, but I don't know. I think they're going to pull Savage. 5 2/3. 5 2/3 for you, Savage. They're going to pull him. Oh, Lord. 10 outs to get with the bullpen. Please don't tell me it's Brendan Little. Please don't tell me it's Brendan Little. Mound visit. You Savage is out. 5 2/3. Pretty solid start. A couple of double plays. 1-5. Ay, ay, ay. Top 6, you Savage will get the hat tip. And it's going to be, we don't know yet. 5-1 Blue Jays. We don't know yet, but Varland. Okay, I'll live with that. I can live with that. I can live with that. We'll take Varland. We'll do that. We'll take it. I can live with that. I can live with Varland being the guy in. He was going to get pulled whether it was the first or the frickin', whether it was the next inning at the end of the 6th or now. Here's the thing. The Mets just, their pitching staff was injured to hell and back. Their hitters didn't play well enough. It just didn't. It went the worst it could go, frankly. It went the worst it could go, frankly, when it came to the games. Like the situation that went through it for them, it was the worst. The worst it could have went. Everything that could go wrong did go wrong. Not like bottom, like 4th place, but enough not to make the playoff. Max Verstappen has the most points of the top 4 since the summer break. Then George Russell. Then Piastri. Then Lando. Jesus. Verstappen might actually win the damn World Drivers title. You blew it! Or something like that. You blew it! You blew it! Well, we're going to see how this goes. Varland is in for the Jays. He went 5 2/3 in this game. You Savage. That is a ball from Varland to Suarez. 5-1 Blue Jays. They gave up the home run. That was an amazing home run by Naylor. I swear, man. That was amazing. Like, I can't even get mad about that. That was amazing. The dude hit a damn camera. 1-1. Dude hit a damn camera. I mean, I can't even get mad at that. (1-1) versus Suarez. Made some good defensive plays after his errors. Arozarena on first. Ball. 2-1. I think you let Varland go for the 7th as well, unless the bottom 6 is a long bottom of the inning. I think you let him go. Ball. 3-1. 3-1 for Varland. Suarez might get walked. If he gets him out, gets the bottom of the Mariners order, I think you keep him in my opinion. But whatever. That's what I would do, but I'm not John Schneider. Strike. Full count, 3-2. I think you let Varland go 1 1/3, in my opinion, if he gets out of this. Well, facing Julio might not be bad, but either way, if he doesn't allow many base runners, like 2 base runners in this bottom, hit by Suarez. That's going to be a hit and a fair ball. And a Arozarena going to 3rd. He's coming home. And he's going to make it. RBI double for Suarez off Varland. 2-5. 2-5. Jays lead. It hit something. It knocked something down. Crawford, it was a single. It was a single, not a double. Hold on. Single. Okay, we got it. 0-1 against Crawford. Ball, 1-1. Vladdy sold on the throw. Fair enough. He's made a lot of good offensive plays, but geez. Or defensive and offensive. That was a bad one. Ball. Crawford versus Varland. Why are we so afraid to go after the bottom of the Mariners lineup? They've been 3 free outs. Why are we so afraid? Why are we so afraid? Hit. Foul. 2-2. Like, seriously, why are we so afraid to go after Crawford, Canzone, and Rivas? Why? Why? Why are we? Because they're free outs at this point. At this point, they are. Like, why are we not going after them? Ball. Full count, 3-2. Knuckle curve inside. And that's a strikeout. 9 outs to go. 5-2 Blue Jays, middle of the 6th. Savage looks pissed he got pulled. Well, I think Schneider had an early hook for him. I'm not going to lie. 5 runs, they got 2 runs. Yeah, we lead by 3, but this bullpen, well, you've seen what they could do. If he makes the wrong decision, you've seen what they could do. 3-run lead for the Jays, middle of the 6th. 9 defensive outs away from going to Game 7. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. But what else did you expect? What else did you expect? Suarez hit a single that brought home a Rosarena. Horrible throw by Vladdy, but what can you do? The Blue Jays have outscored the Mariners 32-25. The ALCS is a stat. Nine outs to get defensively to get to a Game 7. But if you remember, we were 6 outs away when shit went south in Game 5. We need more runs. Woo. 6 defensive or 9 defensive outs to get 3 more innings defensively. Connor Falefa versus Bizzardo. Hits a high pop-up. Hits a high pop-up, and it will be caught in the infield, 1 out. Wonder how that game's going. Wonder how Sunday Night Football's going. Forgot about it. Jimenez takes the look. San Francisco, Atlanta, that's probably not going well, but either way. So at least tomorrow we will have the Caribbean Cup prediction, knockout prediction, and group stage recap. No matter what, even if we have a Game 7, that will be out before Game 7 even starts. Vargas and Brash in the bullpen for Seattle. The Dollar Shave Club, I mean, I've heard good things about them. But, I mean, Jimenez strikes out to Bizarro, 2 out. Here's the thing. Yes, razor blades are a scam. They are a scam, but they're so small, it's hard, even if you wanted to, you really couldn't sharpen them. It's called capitalism. It's a capitalism thing. They're made to fail. George Springer. George, savior of the Blue Jays. Bottom 6. George fouls it off. 0-1. 5-2 Blue Jays. And that's out. We're going to the 7th. 7th inning. Blue Jays up 5-2. End of the 6th. We'll take a short break. I'll be back. Sit tight. We're back. I could see. I don't know if he go to the Yankees. I don't think that'll happen. Whoever pays a king's ransom will, but I don't think people are going to pay a king's ransom for Pete Alonso. Did you not see last offseason? I think there's a very good chance. Bizarro's been amazing out of the pen for the Mariners. We're going to the 7th. 9 outs defensively to get. Canzone will step up against Varland. They have kept Varland in. I think that's a good idea, frankly. Canzone takes the ball. Knuckle curve bounces, 1-0. You get 2 of them, that'll be good. Then you got to get one of the big boys. Any more than that? Ball, 2-0. Why do we always, I swear to God, this pisses me off. Like, why do the Jays just, like, absolutely just beat around the bush against the guys that can't hit? Canzone pops it up. Jimenez going back, gets it. 1 out. 8 outs to go. 8 outs to go. Canzone pops out. Got to get out Rivas. Make things better if we don't. And then they'll have to see Julio. And then Hoffman or Sir Anthony, I would pray for the 8th. If I see Little, I'm going to smack my head against a wall. Ball. High ball on Rivas. Okay, I can kind of understand that one. 1-0. One and 0. Strike. 1-1. 8 outs away. 8 outs. Shane Bieber will start Game 7 if there is a Game 7. Ball. 2-1. If we do, yeah, I think that's the idea. Okay. Hit. Foul back by Rivas, 2-2. Julio is next. Looks like George Kirby will take Game 7 for the Mariners. How far do you think Superman could hit a baseball? 600 feet. Somebody's windshield will go and get broken. Probably on the road, not just the parking lot. Strikeout! Got him! 2 outs, 7 to go. 2 strikeouts for Varland, and here comes Julio. 7 outs away. 7 outs away from a Game 7. Where it went to shit was 6 for Game 5. So hopefully it doesn't go to shit here. Well, it's going to be hard for it to go to shit. But he's going to have to go after Julio. And then Raleigh. Ball. Ump's not falling for it. 1-0. Now you beat around the bush against Rodriguez and guys like that. But the bottom 3, okay. Julio Rodriguez has hit it, and that'll be caught. Out. 6 outs to go. End of the 7th. Middle of the 7th. The Blue Jays lead 5-2, and they're 6 outs away from a Game 7. You got a diamond. You got 9 men. Got a hat and a bat, and that's not all. You got the bleachers. You got them from spring till fall. Got a dog and a drink and an umpire's call. What do you want? Let's play ball. Is that a fly ball or is it a seagull coming in from the lake just to catch the game? It's the last inning. Our guys winning. They put down a spoka, a strike, and you got no doubt. What do you want? Let's play ball. Okay. Blue Jays, let's play ball. Warm summer breeze and sun's going down, and it's all dark at the ballpark. That's okay. It's a night game. Okay. Blue Jays, let's play ball. Okay. Blue Jays, let's play ball. We'll beat the Guardians. We'll beat the Tigers. We'll beat the Rangers. We'll beat the Astros, the Brewers, and the Rangers, too. We'll beat the White Sox. We beat the Yankees. We'll beat the White Sox. We'll beat the Bo Sox. We'll beat the ASO bag. Go make Fisher blue. What do you want? Let's play ball. Okay. Blue Jays. Let's play ball. Okay. Blue Jays. Let's play ball. Yeah, I know I messed up the lyrics a little bit. I know. I was trying to do it within the 2 minutes time. I've heard the song enough. How did I mess it up? Either way. Well, not the Guardians part. I had to say Guardians. And Astros because the Brewers aren't in the AL anymore either. But either way, back when the song was made, the Brewers used to be in the AL. I don't know if you knew that. But Astros is better because they're in the AL now. The NL Central team became an AL team. Whatever. Lucas versus Brash. And Guardians will. Either way. That was an easy switch. I know that the real version now is Angels, but no. I don't like that. And Lucas grounds out. That's 1 out. Brash gets him out. 1 out. I know the Angels are American League, but doesn't Astros make more sense? And also, beat the A's so bad. It used to be Billy because they used to have, Billy Martin then Billy Bean, but now it's John Fisher. And, we hate John Fisher. John Fisher deserves all the shit in the world, so make Fisher blue, right? Instead of Billy. Vladdy takes a strike 0-1, but other than that, yeah, I did. It's hard to remember. It's hard. When you're pressured to finish the song within 2 minutes, it's kind of hard to remember some of the lyrics. I won't lie. Oh, Vladdy got hit by the pitch. Thank God he's wearing that arm guard. Well, it's better. They could have just intentionally walked him, but he's on first. 1 out with a man on. Vladdy got hit on the elbow. 1 out, 1 on, bottom 7. Alejandro Kirk. Ball. Kirk hits it. That's going to be a hit. Just above the head of Rivas, and there's 2 on, 1 out. Brash is getting hit around by the Jays. Charlotte's going to be tough, but we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. They're going to be tough, but we'll see what happens with that. Going down the stretch, final weeks of the regular season, we had the toughest schedule of the entire league. Yeah, I don't think Charlotte's as tough as the Sounders, but we'll see. And there's going to be a mound visit from Raleigh to Brash. Dalton Varsho is up at the plate. Six outs defensively. One out, 2 on. Six defensive outs to get for the Jays to go to a game 7 tomorrow night. And we'll be live for it. Don't you worry. We lost that game. He was getting fired anyway. I don't know if you were following the news, but Billy Napier was going to get fired anyway. He was getting fired anyway. It's like the third time State's lost to a team and their coach has been fired the next day, though. I mean, the way that game ended, though, and Florida won it, that was not going to save his job. I don't think anything was going to save his job, but certainly the way that went. Go, Vladdy! Go, 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 go. Cal Raleigh throwing error brings home Vladdy. 6-2 Blue Jays. We're even better when we score 6. Bottom 7, Vladdy. A wild pitch and a throwing error causes Vladdy to come home. Two to 6 Jays, and there's only a man at second. VAR shows out on strikes. Vladdy comes home on the throwing error. It finally happened. Wild throw from Raleigh and a wild pitch. It finally happened. That was like his 6th wild pitch of the whole damn series. The wild throw was the surprising part. The bad throw was the surprising part. Congratulations. Y'all deserve it. I said y'all would win. I predicted it. Ask Son during the Formula 1 stream, or you can just go find it. 2-0. Sorry I didn't do the game, but the Blue Jays being in the ALCS matters more because this is my team, if you could tell. This is something I haven't seen before. Well, I've seen them be in a Game 6, but you know what I mean. Them winning a Game 6, never seen it before. It's more of a passion thing. So, but again, I congratulate you. Don't worry, I'll do some AFCON Morocco games, especially the knockout stage. Don't worry. If that's what you're waiting for. If y'all make the knockout stage, which you should, I will do some Morocco knockout games during the AFCON. Late December, early January. So, Matt Brash, 3-0 on Clement. Bottom 7, 2 out, 6-2 Jays. And that's a strike. No, he walked him. They're really trying to walk Clement. They could have just intentionally walked him. But again, congratulations to Morocco. They deserve it. I thought they had a good chance of winning, and they did. Very good job. Very good job by Morocco. I'm proud of them. They deserve all the best. Definitely could be AFCON champions. We'll see what happens with the World Cup next summer as well. Obviously, during the World Cup, I'll do Morocco games as well. Barger up to bat with first and second, 2 out. Brash. Dude's getting hit around and a horrible failure by the Mariners defensively. Went full freaking Yankees. Thanks, you're the best. No problem. Funny stuff. Like, I don't know why they set up so outside on those first 3 pitches, though. Ball. Barger gets a ball thrown at him, 1-0. Brash don't have it. Man. He don't have it. We got to get one more. More Bargers for Seattle. Did he do something good? Ball. 2-0. Jesus Christ, Brash doesn't have it. Dear God, he doesn't have it. Not that I'm complaining, but dear God, he doesn't have it. Jesus Christ, he doesn't have it. Barger takes a strike. That was down the middle. 2-1. Second best lefty, really? This is their second best lefty? Ball, 3-1. If this is their second best lefty, I'm the freaking Pope. If this is their second best lefty, I'm the Pope. What the hell? Barger swings through it, 3-2 full count. Not after that. Brash is scared. Brash is scared. Bottom 7. Ball. Bases loaded. Bases loaded for IKF. Pinch hit him for Schneider. Davis. Bases loaded, 2 out, IKF. Well, this won't end well. This won't end well. Miles Straw is coming in to pinch run. We'll take it. Miles Straw into pinch run for Barger. Okay, we'll take it. 19 pitches in for Brash. They burn him. That's their second best lefty, and he's seeing ghosts. He's seeing ghosts. 6'2 Jays, IKF. Can he add the freaking kill shot? IKF, it's time for a kill shot. Ball. Honestly, I trust Jimenez more than IKF. They could walk him. I'll take a 7-2, and then we'll see what freaking Jimenez does. But if IKF could hit the kill shot, I guess I got to stop talking shit about him. IKF pops it high. And that's going to be caught by Canzone, of course. End of the 7th, we're going to the 8th. 6 outs away, 6-2 Blue Jays. We're back. Seattle's 100% not running it back with Brash. They'd be stupid to do that. It's just like we'd be stupid to run it back with Brendan Little. So, I mean, I don't think the Jays are, but let's check the game day. Jeff Hoffman, thank God. They're doing it the way they did game 4. Thank God. Whew. Yeah, we would have been dumb to put Brendan Little back in, but I feel like we would. Well, if it was the World Series, that's different. But if we run it back during Game 7 or Game 6 with Brendan Little, oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. So I know the Jays are stupid enough to run it back with Little, so we'll see how stupid the Mariners are tomorrow. But no, right now it's going to be Jeff Hoffman. Jeff Hoffman to face Raleigh, Polanco, and Naylor. It went well during Game 4. They chose to do something different Game 5, and it bit them in the ass. And it bit them in the ass completely. What will they do? Game 6. Game 7, we'll find out. But Hoffman, Dominguez, we're doing it like Game 4, and we won that. So they learned their lesson from Game 5. 6 outs defensively to get. Some big's coming, bro. I agree. Yeah. 6-2 Blue Jays. 6 outs to get. 4-run lead. Raleigh takes a ball from Hoffman. 1-0. Dominguez will come out for the 9th. I don't think Hoffman's going to get a 9 or 6-out save. Raleigh takes a strike, 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. If the Blue Jays win tonight, that would be their 100th win of the year. That leads to a Game 7. Their 100th win of the season will lead to a Game 7. Nathan Lucas. Well, Dodgers already hit. I understand. 1-2. Popped up by Raleigh. Popped up foul, 1-2. Is Tua Tagovailoa washed? Yeah, he is. He is. Like, I hate it for him. Like, the dude should just retire. The dude should have retired 2 concussions ago. Seriously. Like, I hate what could happen to him when it comes to strikeout Raleigh. 5 outs to go. 1 out, top of the 8th, 5 outs to go. Like, I don't know. Like, I think Tua should have retired 2 concussions ago. I don't know why the hell he's still playing. Like, the dude legit is going to have horrible CTE. The dude's going to have Alzheimer's when he's old. Like, I feel sorry for him. And he's playing for a shitty team completely. He was supposed to be the hero of Ball, 1-0. Like, but dude, like, humanity-wise, like, I wish Tua would just retire to freaking save a little bit of his elderly years. Like, the dude's not going to be able to remember his grandchildren the rate he's going. Polanco, that's a ball, 2-0. Like, seriously, I can't, like, watching Tua play, like, it pisses me off even more. He's so bad because, like, dude's wasting his life just to be bad. Strike, 2-1. Like, that pisses me off even more, frankly. Like, Tua, I don't hate Tua, but the way his career has went, like, I'm trying to be clear. Like, when I say Tua's trash, it comes from more of a place of, dude, you've had 3 horrible concussions. You're going to not be able to remember your grandchildren when they're born, when they're alive. You will have dementia the likes never before seen on this earth, Tua. And you're still going to play football. No. Humanity-wise. Like, if you were Tom Brady level, I'd still hate it for you. If he was the Tom Brady, like Patrick Mahomes type player, foul tip. Foul tip for Polanco, 2-2. Like, seriously. If, like, let's put it like this. If Tua Tagovailoa was Michael Vick, like, played like Michael Vick or Steve McNair, I'd still hate it for him. But the fact that he's utter shit and the Dolphins are utter shit and he could have retired 2-3 concussions ago, dude, he's hurting his body for no reason. I'm sorry. The man is hurting his body for no reason, and that's what pisses me off. Like, I'd still hate watching him play, knowing what he's done to himself if he was freaking Steve McNair. Strike, nope, that is hit, foul ball. Nope, Polanco struck out, no, foul ball, 2-2. Like, I can't sit in good conscience and watch Tua play. And the way he plays is not worth the pain that he either has now or in the future. It's not worth it. If he was freaking Steve McNair 2.0 or Michael Vick 2.0 on the field, not off, it still wouldn't be worth it. But what he's doing now is completely not worth it. Think about your future. Do you want to know your grandchildren? Do you want to remember their face? Do you want to enjoy the time with them? Think about your future, man. Like, I don't get it, man. And you could say that's harsh, but Tua's a good guy. Strikeout. He got Polanco, 4 outs to go. Like, that's the thing for me. is like Tua's a good guy. Tua's a good guy. As far as we know, he's a good man. And he wants to basically just waste his life playing football and then being a vegetable when he's 65. Dude, if you were winning Super Bowls, maybe you could be like, hey, I have these rings. This I remember. But he has nothing. He's playing for an absolute shitty team and a coach who has nothing. That's all falling apart at the seams. He's putting his body on the line for nothing. Like, dude, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I'm sorry. I couldn't do it. Like, I look at Tua and I'm like, this is the saddest damn story. Like, I'm a big fan of Junior Seau, but I grew up a big fan of Junior Seau as a player. And the story that happened with Seau was just horrible as well. That's a fly ball, Straw catches it, 3 out. 3 out. 3 out. 3 outs away from the game 7. We're going middle of the 8th. Tua wasn't washed. He's stagnating. But still, even then, you look at what's happened to him. In good conscience, I can't sit here and watch him play football, especially for an absolute shit team. Even if he was winning Super Bowls, there would still be a bad taste in my mouth. Because I know, like we all know where this is going with Tua. He is not going to be able to enjoy his retirement. He's not going to be able to play with his grandkids, watch them grow, and remember anything. And who's to say he doesn't go full Junior Seau with the CTE he's given himself? Worst case, it's dementia, horrible dementia. Or best case, it's horrible dementia. Worst case, he goes Junior Seau because he can't handle the pain. I don't like the picture I'm seeing. That's all. Exactly. Like humanity-wise, like Tua, like he's wasting his life. He is. I can't like sit in good conscience. Like I don't like the Miami Dolphins. I hate the Miami Dolphins as a franchise. But Tua as a person, I have high respect for. But man, he should retire. He should have retired after the first fencing response concussion. But he's got like 3 more. And he doesn't want to wear a Guardian cap at the very least. I don't know, man. It's a sad story, and I feel like watching Tua be the master of his own destiny, horrible destiny, is just painful. Like it's painful to watch. And like the Dolphins are like, well, shit, he's supposed to be our hope. So we have to let him run out there. If he wants to run out there, we have to. We can't admit we're wrong. Like the Dolphins are just as much at fault here as Tua. They could have told him, hey, you probably should retire, man. I know you're our hope, but God, man, you need to retire. They're just as fault. They're just as much at fault when it comes down to it if you really want to go there. The Dolphins are just as much as fault as an organization because they don't want to admit they're wrong. They're throwing him out there to die as well. So it is what it is. But mate, Jimenez versus Vargas. Because let me tell you, I've seen what dementia can do to people. My dad's father, had horrible dementia to the point where he could barely enunciate words. I pray for Tua's sake he makes it there. I pray for Tua's sake he makes it to all this longevity escape velocity and everything that they're trying to figure out, like Dr. Aubrey de Grey and David Sinclair, because I still believe in that. I hope he makes it. I really do. But I've seen how bad dementia could get. You can't forget it. And the fact is, like, just happening is one thing. And I'm passionate about it because I've seen how bad it could be. And I don't want to see that happen to my father. And I don't want to see it happen to me either. Because dementia, Alzheimer's is genetic. And the men on that side of the family could get it. But even my Nana had it at the end there. Not as bad as my pop, but she even had it. So that makes me afraid. That makes me afraid that one day my dad's going to have it, dementia, Alzheimer's, and then I'm going to have it. I can't watch it again. I know I have to. I don't want to see it again. Like, I hope they were wrong, because like I remember vividly at one of my pop's doctor visits back when he had it, they were like, it's genetic. Your dad, you will very likely get it, and you, pointing at me, will very likely get it. And then the fact that Nana had it was just, that was even more at the end there. It was not, Springer pops it away 1 and 2, and that should be caught. Or will it go foul? It goes foul. 1 out. So I don't know, man. Exactly. But I mean, I pray for Tua's sake that it does. That there's a microchip that overrides CTE and dementia, and hell, for my sake too. But mostly because I don't know. Like, we'll see what happens over the next 20-some years with my dad if he gets that old. Because he doesn't think he will. 2 outs. I'm not, knock on wood, he doesn't pass as early as I think he is. But like, I'll tell you, my dad personally thinks he ain't got as long as his father will get. He believes that. Honestly, there's times where I'm like, well, if that makes me not know if I'm getting dementia, maybe. Not that I want that, but we'll find. If my dad lives longer than he thinks, we're going to find out. That's going to be an infield single for Lucas. We're going to find out if he gets dementia, and we're going to find out how screwed I am if he lives longer than he thinks. And I don't know. I don't know, man. But seeing what dementia and Alzheimer's can do to people, like, doing it to yourself is a different thing than it just being genetic. It's different. Like, it's a horrible thing already if you're going to get it because it's genetic. Giving it to yourself through CTE is another thing entirely. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. 0-1. Vladdy hits it. That's going to be a flare. That's going to be another hit for the Blue Jays with 2 outs. Lucas on second, Vladdy on first. Damn, man. I hope for you that when you get old, you don't get it. I don't want to see it happen to anybody, really. Genetic is one thing. It still sucks. Doing it to yourself is another. Like, Tua is another. It's another. I don't know. But 2 on, 2 out, first and second. Point is, I hope in the future there are things that, when longevity, escape velocity, and longevity treatments help deal, well, they should. Anti-aging, longevity, true anti-aging, instead of just skin deep, it helps deal with that. I would hope so, but I definitely know. Three outs to go. Kirk hits it high, and that should be an out, and it is. We're going to the top of the ninth. The Jays are 3 outs away from going to a Game 7. Arozarena, Suarez, and Crawford for the Mariners. If the Jays get them out, we're going to a Game 7. But it is what it is. Let's do this final third of the inning, or the final half inning. And let's be happy about the Jays possibly going to a Game 7. Lion's Mane mushroom, get on it. You get it, capsules, gummies, or actual mushroom. It helps dementia. It's proven to grow brain cells. Okay. I'll look into it. And whatever I find, if I think Dad should take it too, and even my mom, maybe I'll look into it, or when I do look into it, maybe we'll all take it if I like what I read. Cook with Lion's Mane too. And even not just them two and me, but even depending on when I get on it, well, exactly. But three outs away. I'll look into it. It's not a psychedelic. Not a psychedelic either, so it's safe for everyone, especially with those with schizophrenia. Well, I don't think I have it. Okay. Three outs to go, and Jeff Hoffman is still out for the bottom of the top of the ninth. Okay. Understandable, man. I'm sending love to y'all. I'm sending prayers and love. And Rosarena takes a strike, 0-1. Man, I'm sending love to you. Going to wear a suit for Game 7? No. Same jersey. Same jersey. We win, same jersey. We lose, it's going in the hamper. And then whatever happens Game 7, it'll still go into the hamper, even if we win, because I'm not wearing this for Game 1 of the World Series. Normally wearing a jersey for 3 straight games, we run out of luck for the third. So, suits for the championships. Well, that's more if my team isn't in it. Strike 2 on a Rosarena. The Jays are in the World Series, so even if there's a Game 7 of the World Series, I'm still wearing a Jays jersey. That's more of a Cup final and my team isn't in it thing. Well, okay, I did do the Club World Cup with the soup. That was like a one-time thing. 1-3. Strikeout. Rosarena got struck out. We're 2 outs away. Okay, we did do the Club World Cup final with a soup, but that's more. Chelsea was in it, but that's more like, hey, it's the Club World Cup. This might get watched more. Let's put our best foot forward, but, whatever. But trust me. Eugenio Suarez versus Hoffman, trust me. This ain't the freaking Club World Cup final. Hell, Game 7 of the World Series isn't. Jays jersey. Jays jersey. 0-1. Jays jersey the whole way. That's what I'm saying. 1-1 for Hoffman versus Suarez. 2 outs away. 2 outs away from Game 7. Hoffman versus Suarez. 2-1, he spiked it. He spiked it. Quickly, I'll get the stream up for Game 7 as quickly as I can after I upload the video. Suarez swings through, strike 2. 2-2. Well, it still says Blue Jays. It's the Canada Day jersey. It's the Canada Day jersey. If you're a Jays fan, you know why I'm wearing it. Suarez fouls it off because the Jays season, they took the lead of the AL East when they swept the Yankees on Canada Day week. And the thing the people remember the most from that series is when Springer hit the home run on Canada Day. We'll figure that one out later. The gray one's still 1-0, so I won't have the World Series jersey by then, especially game 1. So, Ball, 3-2. We're still 1-0 in the gray jersey, so but we're playing at home. Powder blue, I don't know. Maybe we'll do game 1 with Old Faithful. Strikeout, 1 out away. If we go to the World Series, I think the blue 2015 Old Faithful jersey, like wear it at least once to be like, this jersey didn't see us going that far in 2015, but now it has, something like that. I think that's what we'll stick with or start with. I think I might go back to the white panel for the World Series if they wear white panels for 6 and 7 and win both. But we got to keep this the same for tomorrow. Just because they're wearing the white panel tonight, we got to keep it the same here. Crawford versus Hoffman, 1 out away. Ball 2. But I think we'll do game 1 with the Old Faithful blue alternate jersey. 2012. One I wore in the 2015 playoffs and more for game 1 and 2 and 3 of the ALDS and game 1 and 2 of the ALCS, but 1 on camera. So we started the series wearing all those. Started the series wearing it both times. I think we got to do it again, even if I think it's bad luck, 2-1, or the luck on it's turning. I don't know. But that's game 1. Ball. 3-1 against Crawford. 1 out away from a game 7. The Blue Jays winning 6-2. We're going to find out. They could still blow it. Ball, he walks Crawford. Hoffman walks Crawford. Next up, Canzone. Canzone versus Hoffman. 2 out. 2 out. It's on regular Fox. We be buying ALCS? Yes. ALCS Champions merch? Yes. American League Champions merch? Hell yes, even if we don't win the World Series. Bullpen don't. No! Dominguez to get 1 out or not. I guess if Hoffman walks another guy, Dominguez. Can't let it get too out of whack. But yeah, no, American League Champions merch I will get. And a World Series white jersey with a World Series patch and Vladdy on the back, yes. I have not got a white Jays jersey, so I will get one with a replica with this current template with the patch. It's fine by me. Canzone, 2 outs, pops it up high. Foul. Will it be catchable? No, it will not. No, it will not. 0-1. 0-1. Oh and 1. Ball. Horrible ball by Hoffman. And Crawford steals second. 1-1. Dodgers been making the World Series since before I had my own money, so I know not to expect things till it's over. I got a division champion shirt. I want World Series merch. See, the difference is I was not alive in 92 or 93. Strike, he swung through it. 1 and 2. So we're different. I will spend money on the division stuff. I did that. ALCS shirt winning the division series, I did not, because that shit was ugly. That shit was ugly. Buying a shirt for a series we might not win, one, that was stupid. Second of all, that shirt was ugly. The hat was kind of cool, though. I like the league champion shirt, though. If it's like the Dodgers one, I like the league champion shirt. That's a pop-up and caught. The Jays win. We're going to Game 7. 6-2 Blue Jays. We're going to Game 7. I will see you tomorrow night live for Game 7. 30-29 at home for the home team in Game 7. They've lost 7 of the last 8. Well, history might be against us, but we'll see how this goes. The Jays are one of the best home teams of all time. I don't know if history will be against us, but we'll find out tomorrow. And we'll be live for it. We'll be live for it. Three tied series. We got a Game 7. Ryan's sleeping like heaven tonight. GG Toronto. It's do or die tomorrow. Game 7, 7th heaven. Yeah. Game 7, do or die. We got it tomorrow. Shane Bieber versus George Kirby, it seems to be. The Blue Jays have a Game 7. We're going do or die, baby. Do or die. I will see you tomorrow night, like Joe Buck said and Jack Buck said. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribed. Since that's on live streams, comment on this video. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you tomorrow. First of all, you didn't listen to what I was saying, right, Mile High? I will see you tomorrow. First of all, for the CONCACAF Caribbean Cup Group Stage Recap Knockout Predictions. I will upload that early up or whenever I get going. We will record that. I might record that tonight. I don't know. I might record that tonight and then upload it tomorrow. I might do what I did a couple of weeks ago. Either way, for the World Cup recap video. And then we'll be live for Game 7, 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern. The Toronto Blue Jays are going 7 Central, 8 Eastern. The Jays are going to Game 7. The winner goes to the World Series. The loser goes to Cancun. Bieber, Kirby. Bieber, Kirby. It's that simple. The Jays are going to Game 7. Trey Savage and the Jays force a Game 7. With that being said, I will see you later. And we got a game tomorrow, but I got to put up the review as well. I'll see you within the hour for the review, and there we go. I'm running. I'm out. Peace. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go, Blue Jays. One more game. One more game. Do or die. It's the best I've ever seen them do in my life. 6 wins during the playoffs. Let's see if we could get a 7. And then go to the World Series. But they've done the best I've ever seen them do. They've gone one further as a franchise in my lifetime than I've ever seen them do. One more time. One more time. One more time, baby. Let's go. One more time tomorrow. I'll see you later. I'm running. I'm out. Well, of course, within the hour, but also see you tomorrow 3 times. One pre-recorded video, probably. We'll see. But I'll see you later. I'm Ryan, and I'm out. Peace. Let's go, Blue Jays. Let's go.